Mike Gill, State of Corruption. What you're going to see is a video with me in front of Judge Anderson again. Remember? Gave me 7 days to give him my financial. Well, I gave him my personal one. They wanted the business one, right? They want to know how much I have to fight. That's what they're doing, they're leveraging. You know that financial I gave Anderson? The drug dealers have it, right? Shaheen and Good sent it back to the court. That's exactly what's happening. I'm being leveraged. Why do you think it's Anderson on 5 separate cases? He was leveraging me, DRA. Remember I told you the corrupt operation in the AG's office. That's the extortion piece. That's Richard Head who filed that. The assistant AG who's in California. That's right, Dick Head took a boat. Right? Now you just heard. Sit in front of the judge. They know I turned down $50 million. You know I turned down $50 million. I put it on the list. It's signed. They even said what it was. Ross signed. Sedgwick signed. There's no question. That judge knows the $50 million. They want to know how long I can hold out for, right? I'll tell you how long. As long as I have a breath. I ain't cutting no fucking deals. You understand? We're sticking to the truth, and we're peeling back these assholes. Why do you think we're in here with the drug dealers? See? Because they're the ones that I caught. Brentwood. It's Anderson's protecting banking. He's protecting banking because it's the drug laundering. He's protecting the drug dealers. And that's why it's in Brentwood with the drug dealers. Why do you think it got kicked out of Manchester? Why do you think it got kicked out of Nashua? Judge Delker's best buddy is the managing partner at Shaheen. It's obscene, and they know it's obscene. They've never had anybody just keep saying no. And the only way we're going to unwind this is if at least somebody says no. And that's what I'm saying. Mike Gill.
Veteran concern.
All rise, please. Our court is now in session. Please be seated.
Good morning. We're here to start with the matter of Nuri versus Michael Gill. The parties to counsel, please identify themselves with the record officer.
Your Honor, may it please the court, my name is Charles Brown. I'm here.
Charles Brown or
Brown, G-R-A-U.
G-A-R-U. I'm sorry.
G-R-A-U.
Yeah, I don't think he's finished the spelling yet.
G-R-A-U. I'm here for William Nuri on Mr. Hilliard's behalf.
Okay.
Mike Gill, representing myself.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Gill. So we're here on Wigan and Nuri's petition for periodic payments. Mr. Gill did submit an affidavit. Have a seat here, just for now.
I'd like to make a statement.
Okay, go ahead and make a statement.
Well, the statement is, I've had 5 cases in front of you without a single deposition or a single witness. All right? Over a single ruling in my favor. Wiggins and Nori, 1 million people saw the list, which you saw I was offered $50 million signed. And Hildreth, Ross was on it, and Sedgwick was on it from Wiggins and Nori. This was a corrupt hearing. Judge McHugh excused the jury. I mean, 1 million people saw this. Now, we also have the Department of Revenue. That's a $3.5 million lien that you gave the summary judgment for. It's only certified that it's a forgery. Okay? So in other words, that's another $3,500, $3.5 thousand lien. So now we have your Wiggins lien. You've got the DRA lien. You even had me put a lien for a septic, or you're going to remove me from the house. Auction the house, leverage the house, remove me from the house. All here. Now what I also would like, and New Hampshire banking. Again, as I said, this is the courtroom that protects, the hit judge that protects banking. Well, there it is, summary judgment again on banking. What I'm telling you is this has always been corrupt. My financial that you asked for gave me a week to give it to you or you'd put me in jail. Do you know where that financial went? Because I just got a receipt from it. The drug dealers. That's right in Delta's court. We're actually protecting order. That very receipt of my financial gain to you came back to me from the drug dealers. Now, was that what they wanted? That's my position here, that you're acting fraudulent. All these cases, you've seen the list, 1 million people. You've seen Hilbert come in front of this court and lie. Lie on the tape and lie again about the offer. So there's no mistake. Signed, sealed, Curly and Curly, representing all these players, $50 million.
Okay. All right, well, let me lay the procedural posture of where we are. There was a judgment that was received by Wigan and Nury in the amount of $233,890, if my numbers are correct. That was issued in I think back in 2000.
For 1 month. 1 month bill.
I'm finished.
1 month.
That case went up to the Supreme Court. You appealed it eventually.
Right, and the person who appealed it, $50, you remember that, $50, was just arrested.
Mr. Gill,
Go ahead.
let me finish.
I'm just warning.
I gave you a full chance to speak. Let me speak.
Go ahead.
Okay, and so the case has come back from the New Hampshire Supreme Court as a final judgment. For reasons I understand, you question what happened in your office in terms of the way that was handled. But where we are now before this court is there's a final judgment that's come back from the Supreme Court. Wigan and Nury's filed a petition for periodic payments, which it is entitled to do. You filed a financial affidavit, and only after initially refusing to do so, I was forced to order you to do so.
How did the drug dealers get it? Because they've been threatening my life regularly. Motorcycle groups, Mexican mafia. Now they have my financial that I gave to this court, and you particularly.
It's a public record, Mr. Gill. You filed it in court. I have no idea.
That's what they wanted, and you got it for them.
And so we are here today on a petition for periodic payments. Now, Mr. Graham, do you want to speak to what Wigan and Nury is asking for at this point in time, based on the financial affidavit that's completed by Mr. Gill?
Yes, Your Honor. If I may approach, I can ask you.
Why don't you hand it to him? Thank you, Bill.
To get right to the point, we're asking for.
Did you give Mr. Gill a copy of this?
Yes, Mr. Gill has a copy.
This is extortion, but go ahead.
We're asking that the court order that the judgment be paid in full in 30 days.
What's the basis for
The
that?
reason for that, Your Honor, that the affidavit fails to contain numerous assets that Mr. Gill has otherwise.
That's not true, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gill, you're going to have to let him finish.
Well, I haven't got long.
We let you speak. I gave you a full opportunity to make your opening
Right.
statement. You've got to let other people speak at the hearing. Go ahead.
Other assets that he's otherwise.
Yeah, but the fact that we don't know what his assets, hold on, Mr. Rock. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm saying no one should interrupt you. The fact that we don't know what his assets are, how do I have any ability to know that he has sufficient assets to pay off the judgment in 30 days?
In other affidavits and other court documents that have been submitted, Your Honor, he's indicated he has other substantial assets. For example.
Is this in what you just submitted?
Yes.
Where?
If we look at tab 4 and tab 5, back when the issue of the appellate bond was being litigated, and the court ordered a bond be posted, Mr. Gill filed a motion to reconsider. And in his motion to reconsider, on page 2, he cited the Texaco case, indicating that neither bond or security is really necessary because the appellate's past resources provide ample assurance that the appellee will be able to collect its judgment in full after the appellate process has run its course. And then he says 2 lines later, Mr. Gill meets the requirements of these 3 factors, thereby representing to the court at that time that he has vast resources able to pay any judgment, and for that reason, no appellate bond should be issued.
Can I speak to that, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'll give you a chance to respond. I want to first hear what he has to say in total, and then I'll give you a chance to respond. Okay, so based on these papers, you think he has the ability to pay the $233?
Yeah, and the affidavit that was submitted in support of that, which is at tab 5 of the exhibits that I submitted, he indicates in paragraph 2 that he's the sole owner and stockholder of the mortgage specialists. Well, I would submit that in the
corporation.
affidavit, there is no reference whatsoever to the value of that stock.
So, I mean, to me, that suggests you need to take some discovery and aid of judgment. I mean, the fact that he is representing, that he has the ability to pay this, I'm not going to ask about that, but if he denies that here today, then the next step is for you to take discovery and aid of judgment, right?
We can do that, Your Honor.
Anything else you want to say on this motion?
This affidavit also lists a number of assets, residents which is shown on
Yeah, the financial update, yeah.
the commercial building that's listed there in 7B of the affidavit is not shown on his financial affidavit. Neither is the commercial building shown on at C, nor is the one shown at 7D.
Which tab are you in?
Tab 5, Your Honor.
Okay.
In tab 6, Your Honor, submitted to the court was William Norris pleading that
Right, it does say in paragraph 6 that do not have any liquid assets at this time, which could be used to pay the court.
but he has assets that may be liquidated.
Well, right, but I mean, you're asking for an order in 30 days, and if he doesn't pay the judgment in full, he's going to be held in contempt of. And there's all sorts of due process issues in my issuing an order requiring him to make payments that he doesn't have a demonstrated ability to make.
The affidavit, Your Honor, that he submitted just doesn't contain all kinds of assets.
Right.
It's false on its face.
Clear. So the remedy, okay. I understand your frustration with that, counsel. Go ahead, I don't need to keep talking. Just interrupt me here.
Mr. Gill has represented at various times that he has $1 million or $10 million available to pay lawyers. No lawyers is going to come, despite the money he's offered to pay. That's at tab 6 and tab 7.
Well, you know what? I had $100 million. These are the entities that stole it from me. So let's look at this.
No, Mr. I don't want you, this is not going to be a widespread hearing.
I'm going to explain. I'm going to answer this directly what he
Mr.
said.
Gill, here's what I want you to address. Do you have the ability to pay the judgment currently in liquid assets?
Listen, let me explain. I'm going to answer what he said, if you don't mind. So he turned around and said $10 million. Wow, that's a contingency there, genius. And then we turn around. You put a tax lien with the DRA on my buildings, now didn't you? So they're even in the negative, but that's owned by the corporation, not by me personally. So be careful when you say lie, because that is 100%. I've given my financial information 100%. No one's ever caught me in a lie in these 10 years of fighting this corruption.
So my question is simple to you.
You got my financial, and the drug dealers do.
Do you have?
Do you see it over there? No.
So the answer is no, you don't have the ability to pay the judgment currently.
That's right.
All right. What I'm going to order, though, is that it's clear that this doesn't list all of your assets. You have to list the assets regardless of
Yes, it
whether
does.
they're covered or lien.
Those are corporate assets that are attached by you. So it's negative.
But you have your.
You want to find out
Mr.
more?
Gill, you have interest in the corporation. That's your asset. What the corporation owns, I agree, is a corporation asset, but your interest.
Right, this is a personal matter, not a corporate matter.
But you have to list your ownership of the company. That's a personal asset.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the lien that you put on, right, is negative. You're not putting a lien
Do
on.
you want to take discovery and aid of judgment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to allow the plaintiff to take discovery. Do you have a schedule to sort of keep this moving? All right. I'm going to require this discovery to be filed by, how much time do you need to serve this? September 15th, is that enough time?
To serve the discovery request? Yes.
Okay.
I remind you, I have Dollar Century's letter saying it's corrupt. Who is my lawyer on this case? With me now.
You will have 30 days, sir, to respond to that discovery. You're obligated to do so. If you don't respond, they're certainly going to file a motion to compel, and you'll be under court order to require.
You did catch that video with the FBI, right?
Mr. Gill,
Right.
you're going to address me in court, and we're going to focus on the issue at hand, which
The
is.
issue at hand is I'm being extorted and leveraged. That's what it is. For my own silence. You didn't see the list? 50 million they offered me? You didn't look at it?
I haven't seen anything.
Right. I don't believe that for a second. You're a star. And I'm going to make you a big star after this.
All right, Mr. Gill. So 9/15, plan passed to serve discovery. You're going to have 30 days to oppose that, which is going to take you to October 15th. Once the discovery is filed, when you're ready for a new hearing, we'll let the court know. We'll schedule one at that time.
Thank you very much.
That's it.